changes, man. We'll sit around forever wondering, well, what if yeah, nothing changes and nothing changes, man. We'll sit around forever wondering, well, what if I was a dog catcher? Would I be the best? What if I was Every day we change the world, but to change the world in a way that means anything, that takes more time than most people have. It never happens all at once. It's slow, it's methodical, it's exhausting. We don't all have the stomach for it.
What if it's a mistake? It's a mistake. Rest assured. What do you know? You're going to stumble around, right? And what's going to happen is this. You're going to move. You're going to not stay in stasis. You're not going to wander around in circles. And I see people like that. They said, well, I never knew what to do, and now I'm 40. It's like, that's not so good. That's not so good. And you might say, well, and there is a literature, too, that suggests that people are a lot more...
Woo! Good morning, dreamers. Rise and shine. Another blessed and grateful day. This month is absolutely flying by. We're almost at the end of November, close to 30 days left of the end of the year. A lot of great things are happening. We just had Black Friday, Cyber Monday. A lot of money was made yesterday worldwide. Let's just say that. Powerful day, $6.6 plus billion in one day. Love to see it. I saw a lot of ka-chings, a lot of amazing things happen yesterday. So proud to be on here with each and every single one of you. I see you putting in the work. I see you putting in the time. And I know we are just getting started. So today, fam, we're going to be talking about perception is reality, right? The way we perceive things a lot of times is the way that we believe things. And this came from a little bit of last night. A lot of value is going to be coming in today. Cedric in the building. Shane and Talina, it's good to see you, fam. So as always, let's get a little bit of gratitude down below before we go ahead and get live coming into today. What is everybody grateful for? Let me know. Drop it down below, and let's get today started. What we perceive is what we believe. Let's go. Love it, love it. Awesome, fam. So grateful for God. So thankful to be alive. So glad to be on here with each and every single one of you. End of November. We are wrapping up an amazing month. Today is actually the 495th day. Writing the vision plain. 5 more days until day 500. So grateful for these skill sets. Just launched the latest ebook. A lot of gems are coming in. I'm excited to help you guys all launch yours as well. So let's go ahead and get into today's topic, okay? What we perceive is, in fact, what we believe. So here we go. Now, interesting enough, when we start looking at this topic, you start to notice why it is that so many people are living in lack. Because at the end of the day, it has solely to do with, right here, with the mindset. We can be broke, we can have no money, but if we're hungry to learn, if we're ready to get around the right people, if we're determined for change, I'm telling you right now, a lot can shift in a matter of 90 days, 6 months to a year. How do I know? Because I've absolutely been there. I've been in a spot where everything was going wrong, nothing was working out in my favor, and I kept attracting more negative things inside of my life. But the more and more I look back and I analyze the journey, everything really starts to make sense. The dots start to connect. Looking back, right? Steve Jobs, they don't connect looking forward, but they start to connect looking backwards, and being able to just look at different things and see the patterns. Pattern number 1, okay? Responding versus reacting, okay? If we believe we can change more than we can believe. So think about it like this, okay? The next time that something happens, even today, we go out and we lose a trade. We go out and we put out a product that doesn't get any sales today. That's okay. I put out 3 listings the past couple of days. They did absolutely nothing. But my perception is I know the one listing that I put out could go ahead and be the one to go ahead and get some more ka-chings. Comes down to belief, right? The glass ceiling is one of the most realest things that any of us will ever learn. The moment that we have a glass ceiling on our learning, a glass ceiling on our potential, a glass ceiling on the results that we can go out and achieve, even in 30 days. I'm here to tell you right now, we can literally skip 2 ranks in the next 30 days, you can go from unranked to platinum 600. We can go from having no sales in our store to literally going and paying for a light bill or utility bill. We can go from having not a withdrawal to literally getting our first withdrawal of $100 coming into the month of December. I know this without a doubt. It's possible. Okay. But one of the easiest things to do is to go ahead and blame, is to go ahead and say, why me, right? With everything going on in life. I know what that's like because I've been there multiple times, but I've also seen what happens on the other side. When we're able to go ahead and say, not why me, but how about try me? And the best way I believe to really put this in perspective, like for me, when I've gone through my lives, my valleys of despair, if you will, one of the first things I like to do is I like to look at other people's stories. What's a story that's maybe like mine that I can relate to? What's a story that's maybe 10 times worse to really put things into perspective? So one of the individuals I always go to right here, and this is from last night as well. I see Luz is definitely on the same type of time. If you guys don't know who Nick Santanasso is, okay, go ahead and take some time, go on Google, go on YouTube, and look up his name. If we think life is hard now, if we think life is really tough today, I want you guys to imagine this. Everybody go ahead and, on the other side of the screen, wiggle your fingers for me. Move your arms a little bit. Matter of fact, just go ahead and stand up and sit down. You know what's interesting? Nick doesn't even have legs. Nick was born with no legs. He was born with no arm on one side. And on here, all he has is pretty much half of his arm and one finger. Imagine that. And if you saw him from the neck up, you would think he's a normal guy. He's got energy. He's abundant. He's smiling all the time. But from the neck down, you start to see that, yes, he's a little bit different. But over the years of his life, you got to think about how much ridicule, how much hate, how much laughter that he's had over the course of whatever he is, 28, 30 years old. So a lot of the things that we see as issues, that we see as problems, I like to look at these type of stories, right? If life is bad now, imagine Sylvester Stallone, where things were so tough at one point, he had to sell his dog. He had to sell his best friend just to be able to even go get food, to be able to eat. So I know life might seem tough. I know life might seem like it's hitting really hard right now. Some of you are going through some really serious things. I know that. So it's okay to take it's okay to take a second. It's okay to recharge. It's okay to go ahead and regroup and get our mental right, because we can't do anything if we don't have this in check. If this is not organized. I've seen it many, many times. So the next piece to really think about, as we start looking at maybe the law of relativity, our situation might be bad, but compared to who? Compared to what? Okay. The second piece that's really interesting looking at this is right here. If we were to just take a second to analyze where we are at right now, how do we respond to things? What are our triggers? What are our daily habits? What are we really doing behind closed doors? Here's the other piece of it. What does the highest version look like? Coming into 2024, how do they show up? What's their schedule like in the gym? What is their diet like? Their morning routines, their night routines, are they on point? Are they dressing how they want to go ahead and be addressed? Are they moving with love every day? I believe this is such a great time to start really building this character, start really building and identifying our superhero. I put out a post a couple weeks ago. We are the actor, we are the producer, we are the writer, we are the directors of our movie, but we can't step into that role if we haven't built it in the mind first, if we haven't built it spiritually first. I had to build this version. I had to build Defined Dreams from somebody that was down and out, had a lot of limiting beliefs, felt like life was against him. I know what that's like. But at the same time, I also know the power of being able to design, being able to go ahead and live in the spiritual realm first. Everything that we see, this cup, had to be designed in the mind first. This book had to be built in the mind first. Same thing goes with building a body, building our finances, building our relationship with our Creator. All of these things line with the laws of success. Okay. I got two more things I want to talk about for today. You ready? Number one, turning the inner critic into the inner coach. I love this. This was such a great piece of the training last night. There's 3 ways to go ahead and do it. How to turn the inner critic, the one who always says, you're not good enough, you're not ready to get up today, sleep in, skip the gym, go ahead and eat the junk food, eat some more sugar. That's the inner critic, okay? The inner devil on the shoulder, if you will. But we also have the other side. We have the inner coach as well. The one that says you can do it. You're ready to achieve your greatness today. You're ready to go ahead and reach for your breakthrough. You're ready for that next connection. You're ready to go ahead and see what we can achieve in 90 days or 6 months from now. We're ready to go ahead and build that dream body. We're sick and tired of being sick and tired. This is the inner coach. So there's 3 names to go ahead and switch from one side to the other. Number 1 is to be able to name it. What is the inner critic? What is the name? If we were to just give that object a name, give this person a name, what is it? Last night they were talking about Gremlin, maybe Schmeagol from Lord of the Rings. But if we were to name it, now we can go ahead and put a face to it. Okay. Step number 2, to name something, we've got to find it. So we have to find where this energy lies. We have to find where this frequency is laying at. Okay. Number 2, the second piece is going to be to detach from it. Okay. Detach. Meaning we are not our behavior. If some of you have maybe woken up late a couple of times this week, maybe a couple of times this month, that's okay. Nothing wrong with that. Maybe we've had some times where we've been getting distracted. Not worried about that. It's just fine. Maybe we've been hanging out with individuals that's draining our energy. Maybe our family has been speaking a lot of negativity around us. Okay. All of these different things. We are not our behaviors. Our thoughts can literally induce our behaviors. So just because we might not have been on fire these past couple weeks, that's nothing wrong with that. The difference is being able to make a shift, being able to say, you know what, today's the day. I'm ready to go ahead and draw the line in the sand and step into the highest version. This is where everything begins. Instead of saying I'm not good, say no. This is my chance to go ahead and practice. This is my chance to learn. This is my chance to go ahead and grow. I used to be like that. When I used to reach out to some people and they didn't see the vision of the business, I went from saying I'm not good to, you know what? I just need some practice. Maybe I need to learn how to put out some content so people can see what I'm doing. Maybe I need to get better at documenting my journey. Maybe I need to get better at public speaking so I can share my story. And every single time, it literally just allowed me to sharpen my sword. And even still to today, it's still a great question to start asking every single day. Instead of saying I'm not good, what do I need to practice? What do I need to work on? What do I need to go ahead and just get a little bit better at? Right? And number 3 is going to be instead of removing Schmeagol, removing this negative energy, let's just replace it. And how do we replace it? We replace it by filling up the inner coach, by feeding the inner coach. How do we feed the inner coach? This is the audios. This is the reading. This is getting around the right circle of influence. This is staying around the fire. And I promise you right now, this is why they say you stay plugged in, you're going to stay charged up. But the moment that we get unplugged, there's a reason why the phone starts to die. There's a reason why our charge often tends to die when we become unplugged. But when we replace it with positivity, growth, great energy, great community, things start to align. And the last thing I want to go ahead and talk about as we go ahead and wrap up today's training. Yo, Angie, it's good to see you, Queen. It's been a while. Love it. Last thing is right here. Okay. I want everybody to think about this. Every day that I end the call, what do I say? We can be, do, and have anything we can hold in our mind, right? Well, there's a difference, okay? There's a difference between be, do, and have. And there's also a difference between have, do, and be, okay? Remember this. Have, do, be. We don't have it, and then we go do the action, and then we go become that person. No. It's be, do, have. We become the person first. We become that person with the dream body. We become that person that's confident. We become that person that's filled with love, that's filled with joy, that exudes this amazing energy. We become them first. Step number 2 is do. Now we've got to do the action. The difference between many are great talkers, very few back it up with the doing action, right? One of the biggest gaps between knowing and doing. Everybody knows how to get a six-pack. Everybody knows how to lose weight. We just got to eat a little bit better, hit the gym. But the biggest difference is doing it, okay? And then last but not least, now we're able to go ahead and have it inside of our life. Now we can go ahead and have the things that we've envisioned, the amazing things that we've been able to go ahead and write down. Maybe taking our family to exotic places, maybe giving back to charity, maybe being able to travel somewhere that we've always wanted to go. All of these different things stem from be, do, have. So there's a reason why I say this every single day, to subconsciously imprint and tattoo this in all of our brains, because this is exactly how it works. When you study Bob Proctor, when you study Alex Morton, they say success leaves clues unless you're clueless. And this is exactly how it is that they've been able to get to the incredible levels that they've been able to grow to. So fam, that is my training for you all today. I hope you got a little bit of value. Drop some 3s down below if you guys did. Smash that like button and let's go out and have an amazing day. If nobody told you today, I'm proud of you, fam. I'm excited for what is here and what is to come. And I know that with these skill sets, mentorship, access, what we perceive is what we believe. And I believe that we are just on the brink of what is to come. I'm talking about, fam, there's going to be such an influx of customers coming into this company over the next 12, 24 months, because people are looking for change. People are looking for growth. And we're right here, hands wide open, ready to go ahead and not only take advantage of the skill sets, but be able to impact countless lives. And just like Jim Rohn says, service to many leads to greatness. So dreamers, I love you. Remember, we can be, do, and have anything we can hold in our mind. We can hold it right here in our hand. It's about to be a movie. You already know. Let's go out and turn these dreams into reality. Have an amazing day, fam. Packed out calls for the week. Stay tuned. Let's get to work.